What's up, Rebels? It is Chunky Monkey 40 here, and today I got some very exciting news. So let's just start off by getting all the facts out of the way. So, if you do not know, Kid Rock owns the clothing company Made in Detroit. Made in Detroit was founded in 1991, but Kid Rock purchased the brand in 2005 when the brand went bankrupt. He carried the brand up into what it is today and still hasn't taken a single cent from the company. Kid Rock donates all of his earnings from the clothing brand to local charities around Detroit. He also uses the Made in Detroit company to help create jobs in Michigan. All of the Made in Detroit merchandise is distributed out of Michigan. I know it's printed in Michigan, but me personally, I don't know for sure if the actual clothing is made in Michigan. Like the actual t-shirt, I'm not sure about that. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably made in America, but I don't know. So that's what we know about Made in Detroit. Now let's take a flashback to 2009 when Kid Rock was spotted at the CMA Awards wearing a shirt that said Made in Nashville. Ever since then, there's been speculation as to whether or not Kid Rock is going to expand the Made in Detroit brand into doing Made in Nashville. As of 2 days ago on February 23rd, 2021, the rumors were confirmed. The Made in Detroit clothing company made another Instagram, Made in Nashville. They posted the Made in Nashville logo you see right here on their Instagram. It was sitting in a spotlight and it had a caption that said, "A brand for Music City. Coming soon." So that is very exciting to see that Kid Rock is expanding the Made in Detroit brand. Now, I'm personally kind of a little extra excited for it just because it was something I guessed and I was right, and I like to be right if you haven't noticed. A couple more things that would be really awesome to see happen is Kid Rock expanding the Made in Detroit brand and doing Made in Nashville, which he has already printed several shirts that read Made in Nashville. So it's a possibility, you never know. Even though he wasn't made in Nashville, it would still be a pretty cool brand to do just for the hell of it. Now, honestly though, like this shouldn't be much of a surprise to people who are Kid Rock fans. Like if you really think about it, over the last 10 years, Kid Rock has really started to center his life less around Detroit and more around Nashville. His bar in Detroit was closed down and he opened the one in Nashville. He sold that big mansion in Detroit and moved his recording studio down to his property in Nashville, which if you guys want to know more about the recording studio, Dixie Ridge, go and watch the video where I predicted Made in Nashville. That video was titled What Kid Rock's Next Career Move Might Be. In there, I talked about a lot of different things that Kid Rock might be doing in the future. So it's definitely, I think personally, it's a very interesting watch. But yeah, I mean, Kid Rock's really moved a lot of his stuff to Nashville and he's calling it home nowadays, so it makes sense. Now, personally, me, I'm excited to see what this clothing company is going to consist of. I say that because if you look at Made in Detroit, it consists of a lot of different things centered around Detroit. For example, there's a whole collection centered around Pine Knob, which if you don't know what Pine Knob is the DTE Energy Music Theater. That's in Clarkston, Michigan. That's a very popular venue here in Michigan and it has been for a long time. Kid Rock has sold the venue out many times. Actually, my last two Kid Rock concerts were there. I saw my first concert, Jay Giles, there, and dude, it's an awesome venue. If you live in Michigan and haven't been to Pine Knob, you gotta go. But anyway, they sell Pine Knob merchandise. They sell stuff circling around the Coney Dogs in Detroit. They sell a lot of merchandise that revolves around Detroit sayings, like the main thing is fuck. Look at this. Where is it? They sell these 6-foot back motherfucker COVID masks. Only mask you'll ever see me wearing. And then they also got stuff circled around the sports teams here in Michigan. Like you got the Detroit Lions, you got the Red Wings, the Pistons. There's a lot of different stuff that Made in Detroit sells. So I'm curious if they're going to copy that same format and do the same thing with Nashville. Maybe they'll do a Nashville hot chicken and sponsor one of the companies that sell chicken down there. Obviously, they'll be selling Kid Rock honky tonk merchandise. No question about that. I'm sure they'll be selling these Kid Rock for Mayor shirts on there. This shirt I got at Kid Rock's Honky Tonk. I love it. It's one of my favorite Kid Rock shirts. And I'm sure they're obviously probably going to do some other Music City designs. And maybe they'll even do Dixie Ridge. That'd be pretty cool to get, like, you know, because Kid Rock, he always wears this hat that says Dixie Ridge on it. I think that'd be cool if they sold that hat, because me personally, I really like that hat and I want one. But yeah, there's a lot of potential as to what they could bring to the table with this company. But another thing that I'm curious about too is because Made in Detroit, like I said earlier, Made in Detroit is centered out of Michigan. So I'm curious if they're going to open a whole separate warehouse down in Nashville for Made in Nashville. That is something that I'm sure will be discussed in the future, but I would assume so, honestly, just knowing Kid Rock and his history of wanting to create jobs for people. You know, I mean, that's why he did the American Badass Beer, the American Badass Grills, and these other little business ventures that he's done with the restaurants. Kid Rock is always trying to create opportunities for people, which is why I idolize him. But yeah, this is very exciting news. Anyways, guys, that's really all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to do a video and talk about it and sort of, you know, start up the discussion about the company company. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of Kid Rock expanding Made in Detroit into Made in Nashville. Are you going to be buying a Made in Nashville shirt? Because I will be. I'm sure we'll be hearing more about it soon. But anyways, guys, without setting out of the way, I am ChunkyMonkey40 at YouTube.com. Stay rebel, fuggin'.
Just some good old boys.